All right. There we go. Okay. So me and Ernie just got back from our walk. So I kind of want to give a, come here, Ern. You want some water? Come here, right here. Right here, Ern. Good boy. Oh, so thirsty. So thirsty. Well, you're such a polite drinker. So we just got back from our walk. It actually went really good. So I'll start from the beginning. We started off really, here, take this off. Really amazing. Normally I give dogs like 10 minutes to kind of like calm down. They're usually really excited and really crazy. So I expect the beginning to be crazy. Sorry, my OCD is killing me. These are I have buckets on a shelf and they're uneven and I literally was staring at it and it was driving me nuts. Okay, much better. So it started off really good. Normally I expect the beginnings of walks to be rough, and it wasn't. He right off the bat was like, okay, I'm doing this. So, I set really high expectations right off the bat because he's given me amazing behavior. Well, 20-ish minutes in, it went down. It dipped down. And I was just like, oh, Ernie, I had such high expectations. I mean, he did amazing. I don't want you to think like I'm saying he's doing bad, but I just set the bar really high from how it started, and he dipped down a little bit. I would say it wasn't even that long. Ernie, come here. Good job. Good boy. So it dipped down for like 10 minutes. And then he got right back up to it and was great. So that was really good. We had a dip. No one's perfect. He did his best, and he did really good majority of the time. So I'm gonna take that. That's huge. We talked about me getting those unsolicited eye contact. Oh my gosh, giving them to me left and right. I loved it. He was doing amazing. It was perfect. I love that aspect of it. So this actually just happened moments ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure I remember everything so I can tell everyone. But we were walking on 4th Avenue. This was like 4th and I don't know the names of streets. I would say like 10th, I think we were at. But there's like 2 mechanic shops, or I don't know if it's mechanics. I don't know. They were builders working on heavy machinery. I don't know. But on either side of us. So we were walking through them, and as we were walking through them, so there's these clang, 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 literally both sides, a ton of noise. Then all of a sudden, in one of the parking lots, a van is backing up, beep, beep, beep. So it's bang, bang, beep, 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 beep. And then you have 4th Ave right here. So, and I mean, we're walking on that sidewalk that's, here's the cars. Here's the sidewalk. I mean, they're like zooming right by you, and they're right here. So you have cars zooming, by us. You have cling, 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 ting, 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 and then you have burp, 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 burp. And you could tell Ernie was, what's in there? There's nothing in there. You could go, good boy. Oh, you thought about going through the tunnel. You could tell he was concerned. I wouldn't say fearful. I wouldn't say anything like that. He's kind of just like, whoa, this is a lot. So it's what they call trigger stacking. Imagine, you wake up in the morning and your coffee pot breaks. Okay, that's not going to ruin your day. Whatever. It might ruin your day, but I'll get over it. Whatever, I'm still going to have a good day. Well, then you go to start your car and your car doesn't start. Now you're getting frustrated. Then you go to work, you find out you're fired. Now I'm, pissed. I've had a terrible day. Then I go home and my house is on fire. That's trigger stacking. One thing, might be okay, but how much can you handle of that one thing being repeated over and over and over? And you could tell it was agitating to him in a sense. He was just like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to process here. There's a lot of noise, a lot of smells, a lot of sounds. There's a lot. And he did so good because amidst that, I still expect the same behaviors. You're still walking on my side in heel. Technically, I haven't been using that word and I haven't been putting him in that position, but that is where I've been communicating with him that I want him to stand. So I still expect that even amidst this a high emotional response. And he did so good. I mean, yeah, I looked around, and then was like, okay, we're walking, gave me that eye contact, which was amazing. And then we continued on. So that was, I would say that was the highlight of our walk, is that in that moment of such distraction, he was able to hold it together and remember, okay, I remember what we're doing. Look to me. I love that. He did amazing. Unfortunately, he didn't like any of the treats I brought, so I'm trying to reward him, telling him how awesome he's doing, and he didn't like any of them. Boo. But I gave him tons of loves. I was like, oh my gosh, you're such a good boy. That was so hard. I always know when like I'm distracted. Like, I'm not kidding. I was like looking around. I'm like, noise. And if they do better than me, like, yeah, he did way better than me, because I was just like, clangy, clang, clang, clang. Oh, now this truck's beeping. Oh my God. Like, it was a lot, and handled it like a champ. So I'm super proud of him. During our walks, I wasn't asking for that contact, but I was rewarding it in the sense verbal. Good boy, good boy, good boy. We also had to do sits. Now, I don't ask for sits in areas like that, like the mechanic beeping situation. That would be a terrible place to ask for a sit. Again, I couldn't even focus. Why would I ask him to do a really difficult behavior in that moment? I wouldn't want to sit there and listen to that. I wanted to get out of there. But where it was quiet spots where cars weren't, or a lot of cars weren't, I would ask for that sit. I'm not gonna lie, a little hesitant to do other behaviors. Walking next to me, great. He was doing really good, except for those, 10 minutes of time. Other than that was really good. But any behaviors I would ask other than that were a little bit difficult for him to give, even with mild distractions. So I would try to pick areas that, weren't a lot of visual and not a lot of sounds, and that still was a little bit difficult for him to give. So definitely, throughout your practicing with Ernie, practice giving behaviors like a sit, a down, even goofy ones, a paw, a spin, anything. Practice him giving anything on your walk. Remember, not in hard places, but on places that it's going to be easier for him to make that decision to give. Because he definitely, that's the hardest part, I think, of the walk for right now, is giving behaviors. I didn't, because he was having a difficult time. I want to set him up for success, not failure. So I didn't ask for that front position today. I didn't ask for the getting around. I didn't ask for that stuff today, only because I'm not going to ask for it if I know he can't give it, because then I'm just setting him up for failure. And that situation was too high. So since we came back here, we're going to work a lot on those behaviors here. This is a quiet, low distraction environment, so he's going to succeed much better. We have about 5 minutes left, so we can get some good stuff in. His eyes are closed. Tiny bit more, Ern. Tiny bit more. Okay, let's do two things. His eyes are legit closed. He's so funny. Come here, Ern. Come on, Ernie. I've got good stuff. He's like, I don't believe you. Okay, ready? Here. Front. Good. Oops. That's a giant piece. Did you get it? That was not fair. That was a ton of treat for not that much work. Okay. Okay, finished with your ginormous treat. Ready? Ern. Heel. Come here. Come on, Ern. Ernie. He's so tired. Come here, Ern. You're doing good. Don't quit. Don't quit. Good. Awesome job. Take it. Good job. I knew. What? That was the same one. It's from the same thing. Okay, let's try again. Front. Come here. Come on, Ern. Come on. Come on, Ernie. Yes. Good. Come on, Ernie. Ernie, don't quit. Come here, Ern. Come here. Come here. Come here, He's tired. He's super tired. I'm asking for a lot. We're gonna end it at that because the more I ask from him, the more tired he's gonna get, and then the more I don't get frustrated, but the more frustrated, say this were you, the more frustrated we tend to get with our dogs when they don't give us the behaviors we want. So it's super important to know when to stop training as well as when to train and what to train. If they say, you know what, I'm really not having it, then you know what, they're not having it. And he did really good. Not that he wasn't even not having it today. He did really good for an entire almost hour. That was about 50 minutes there of nonstop straight walking and asking for behaviors. So he did really good. He's just saying he's timed out. An hour's much for his little brain. And we did skip last week because I didn't have, whoops, I bet you someone's getting their nails cut. They don't like that. Sounds so pitiful. So pitiful. I can't even think. That's how distracted I get. I have like puppy ADD. I know. What is that noise? Now I forgot what I was saying. It's important to know when to stop training. I think that's what I was saying. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Back on here, flashback in my head. Whew. Ernie skipped last week, so it's not surprising to me, that he's like tired out really quickly with me because we had that little break in there. So he did really good. Keep it up. Practice those walks. Practice asking behaviors. Bring good treats that he super loves out on those walks, so that way we can make sure we're rewarding him for all those good things. But he did awesome, and I'm super impressed.